On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Humming.
Producing a continuous, low, vibrating sound like that of the bee.
Examples:
Humming sound. Hummingbird. The humming of the bees filled the air as she walked through the garden.
Fascination.
The state of being intensely interested in someone or something, or a powerful attraction.
Examples:
Wrapped in fascination. The fascination with classical music. I looked at the painting in fascination.
Cerebellum.
The part of the brain at the back of the head that plays an important role in motor control, balance, and coordination.
Examples:
Cerebellum function. Development of cerebellum. An injury to the cerebellum can cause difficulty with walking, speaking, and maintaining posture.
Auditory.
Of or relating to hearing or the ability to hear.
Examples:
A good auditory memory. Auditory system. The auditory nerve carries sound signals from the ear to the brain.
Neuron.
A cell that is specialized to carry information within the brain and between the brain and other parts of the body.
Examples:
Excite the neurons. Neuron cell body. Our body transfers information along each neuron using an electrical impulse.
Neocortex.
The part of the cerebral cortex that is responsible for higher brain functions such as conscious thought and decision-making.
Examples:
Stored in neocortex. Neocortex function. The cerebral neocortex is responsible for higher brain functions such as decision-making and problem-solving.
Astrocytoma.
A type of brain tumor that develops from abnormal glial cells called astrocytes.
Examples:
Astrocytoma tumor. High-grade astrocytoma. The symptoms of an astrocytoma can include headaches, seizures, and problems with balance or coordination.
Glia.
A type of brain cell that supports and insulates neurons, provides nutrients to them, and helps to regulate their activity.
Examples:
Neuroglia. Glia function. The human brain contains both neurons and glia cells.
Synapse.
The fact or state of failing to finish an activity and of stopping using, making, or doing it.
Examples:
Synapse circuit. And at a synapse. Animals transmit nerve impulses through synapses.
Biochemical.
Relating to the chemical processes and substances that occur within living organisms.
Examples:
Biochemical reaction. Complex biochemical. Biochemical research is essential to understanding the complex chemical reactions in living organisms.
Dictate.
To state or give order with total authority, to say or read aloud for somebody else to write down or to be recorded.
Examples:
Dictate a letter to secretary. Dictate to the associate. The Allies dictated the terms of surrender to the country.
Read out.
A display of information or data, often in numerical or digital form, that provides a readout of measurements, quantities, or other aspects of a process or system.
Examples:
Readout display. Temperature readout. The machine provided a digital readout of my heart rate and oxygen levels.
Toxicology.
The study of poisonous substances and their effects on organisms, including humans.
Examples:
Molecular toxicology. Forensic toxicology. The toxicology report showed that the victim had high levels of poison in their system.
Labile.
Easily or readily undergoing change, instability, or varying states, having a tendency to be unstable or changeable.
Examples:
Label emotions. Label blood pressure. The label compound must be kept at a specific temperature to maintain stability.
Tensor.
Of anatomy, a muscle that causes a part of the body to become tense or tight, thereby exerting a pulling or stretching force. Of physics, a mathematical object or vector that describes the direction and intensity of a physical force or quantity in a multidimensional space.
Examples:
Tensor fasciae lady. Tensor calculus. The tensor muscle helps in controlling the movement of the vocal cords.
Centimeter.
A unit of measurement of length in the metric system, equivalent to 1/100th of a meter.
Examples:
Centimeter measurement. 30 centimeters tall. The room was only 1 centimeter wider than the piano, making it a tight fit.
Hemisphere.
Half of the terrestrial globe, half of a sphere.
Examples:
Northern hemisphere. Cerebral hemisphere. This weather pattern is unique to the southern hemisphere.
Glorify.
To praise or honor something or someone, often in an exaggerated or overly positive way. To elevate or exalt something or someone to a higher status or position.
Examples:
Glorify God. Glorify violence. Religious leaders often glorify their messengers to encourage people to follow their teachings.
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
Sect beliefs. Secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.
Cryogenic.
Relating to the production, use, or storage of materials at very low temperatures, often below -150 degrees Celsius.
Examples:
cryogenic freezing, cryogenic apparatus. The cryogenic storage tank kept the samples at -196 degrees Celsius to preserve them.
Micron.
A unit of measurement equal to 1/1,000,000th of a meter, used for measuring the size of particles and microorganisms.
Examples:
micron measurements, micron imaging. The width of a single human hair is around 100 microns.
Paintbrush.
A tool used for applying paint or other liquid substances to a surface, typically consisting of bristles or synthetic fibers attached to a handle.
Examples:
paintbrush stroke, paintbrush icon. She used a flat paintbrush to apply the final touches to the artwork.
Dissection.
The act or process of cutting up or dividing something to examine it.
Examples:
dissection process, dissection specimen. The dissection of the frog revealed its internal anatomy.
Scribe.
A person who writes out copies of documents or manuscripts, especially in ancient times.
Examples:
scribe in ancient Egypt, financial scribe. The scribe's skills were in high demand in medieval times, when many people were illiterate.
Purify.
To remove harmful substances from something and increase the concentration of it.
Examples:
purify hydrogen gas, purify the blood. The equipment is frequently used to purify and distribute drinking water.
Efflorescent.
Relating to the process of flowering or blooming, characterized by the formation of a powdery or crystalline deposit on the surface of a material due to the evaporation of water or other solvents.
Examples:
efflorescent crystals, efflorescent growth. The artist's efflorescent paintings were featured in the gallery's exhibition.
Fingerprint.
A unique pattern of ridges and valleys on the surface of a finger that can be used to identify a person.
Examples:
fingerprint at a crime scene, fingerprint identification. The police used a fingerprint scanner to identify the suspect.
Hippocampus.
A major component of the brain of humans and other vertebrates that is part of the limbic system and is vital for memory.
Examples:
involvement of the hippocampus, neurons in the hippocampus. The hippocampus is crucial for learning and memory storage.
Multimodal.
Involving or using several ways of communication or expression.
Examples:
Multimodal input device. Multimodal approach. The multimodal transportation system included trains, buses, and bikes.
Antidepressant.
Any of a class of drugs used to reduce feelings of sadness and worry.
Examples:
An antidepressant drug. Antidepressant effect. She's been taking antidepressants since her baby died.
Serotonin.
A neurotransmitter equals a chemical that carries nerve impulses involved in, example, sleep, emotion, and memory.
Examples:
Serotonin drug. Serotonin levels. The medicine works by boosting serotonin levels in the brain.
Individuality.
The qualities or characters that distinguish a particular person or thing from others of the same kind.
Examples:
Your individuality. Emphasize individuality. He has a strong sense of individuality.
Cut off.
A point or level beyond which something will not be tolerated or allowed, the act of stopping or interrupting the supply of something.
Examples:
Cut off frequency. A cutoff point. The cutoff date for submitting applications was fast approaching.
Correlate.
To have a connection or relationship in which one thing affects or depends on another.
Examples:
Correlate closely with the quality. Correlate to the size. We may frequently correlate age with the frequency of disease.
Schizophrenia.
A severe mental disorder in which a person has a distorted view of reality and may experience hallucinations, delusions, and disordered thinking and behavior.
Examples:
Schizophrenia spectrum disorder. Schizophrenia treatment. The schizophrenia patient was experiencing severe auditory hallucinations.
Precipitate.
To cause something to happen suddenly or unexpectedly, to cause a solid substance to form from a dissolved liquid or gas by means of a chemical reaction or physical process.
Examples:
Precipitate a reaction. Precipitate a global energy crisis. The sudden rainstorm will precipitate flooding in low-lying areas.
Unexplored.
Not yet examined, investigated, or studied, lacking in knowledge or information, unknown or undiscovered.
Examples:
Unexplored ideas. Unexplored cave. There are many unexplored regions of the ocean that scientists hope to study soon.
Undiscovered.
Not yet found or known.
Examples:
undiscovered territory, undiscovered potential. The jungle is full of undiscovered species waiting to be found.
Daunt.
To intimidate or discourage someone, often by making them feel afraid or uncertain, to lessen someone's courage, enthusiasm, or spirit.
Examples:
Daunt the enemy. Daunt his courage. The idea of skydiving can be daunting to some people.